Hey guys, so Lord here, back again with another edition of What's in the Box. What's in the freaking box? Well, I'll tell you what's in the freaking box. Be patient, jeez. Because today, got another package from my good buddy, Evil Villain, over on Instagram. I'll leave a link in the description below to said Instagram. Head over there, give him a follow, let him know Overlord sent you. But it's always a good day when I get a box from the Evil Villain, because not only does he send me some really cool stuff that he gave me a really good deal on, he also sends over probably some of the best extras I've gotten in a package from anybody. Starting off with the thing I paid for here, we got the Mattel Creations exclusive Clops. This is of course the mini comic Clops, much to your dismay, most likely, because I did open him. Because I open my stuff because I'm not a poser. That said, he's got the sword on the back, and I have to say, I like the way the sword stores on his back. Makes a lot of sense compared to the regular release of Clops, which, given the angle of how that thing's stored, just didn't seem very possible to draw it in a orderly fashion. That said, a lot of new pieces on this guy. He's got new armor, I believe new head. The boots are from Keldor, which I don't really care for these boots. They're a little bit off as far as the ankle rocker goes, but it is what it is. Still a cool release, a little bit loose in the knees, but not terrible. I can get him to stand. It's just he wants to lean back a little bit, so might have to put a little Elmer's in there. Tighten that up, but at any rate, he does also come with the almost forgot about this. He also comes with the secret decoder ring that tells you to drink your Ovaltine, so that's cool. I know that's not what it says. It says Motu inside. I'm not stupid. But on top of that, he also sent me, not this whole thing, but the helmet and cape to Andra, because I bought 2 Andras on clearance for the sole purpose of giving 1 helmet and 1 cape to the Murktila here. And one of my Andras, which was sealed, tape tied into the package, did not have either the helmet or the cape. So he was nice enough to hook that up. So I appreciate that very much. That way I have Murktila that looks a little bit more acceptable to some of the non-woke crowd, I guess. And that probably the best thing in the box, which I should have saved this for last, because this is my jam when it comes to Motu. We have the 2000X Clawful Staction. Now this thing is a freaking brick. I feel like I brick a window with this. I'm going to try, because this is super hard to get now. Doesn't have his weapon. He lost that during the move, but I can probably find that. Maybe. That said, this thing, while it is chunky, does feel like it's got a little bit of flex to it, so might be PVC, or at the very least the softer end of resin that's getting closer to PVC. But this guy's a chunk. I really appreciate this. I can't thank him enough for this. I love Clawful as a character. You guys know. And this is the version of Clawful. That's all. I'll get you, man. It's the dipshit Clawful that I love, and I'm just so stoked that I have this guy. I didn't have to fork over an arm and a leg to get him, so very stoked about that. We'll be adding him to the 2000X shelf probably right after I record this video. That said, that's not all, because it never is. We got a bag of Glios here. Now actually this is a bag that Clawful came in, but I stuck all this other stuff in here because there's just so much of it. Starting off with whatever Sam hell this is. I'm going to try and do this relatively fast. I don't know what the heck this is, but it is probably the most bizarre thing. Now, granted, I put it together this way, so it's partially my doing, but This thing with Glios, they're a little tricky to put together. What the frick is this? It's like some weird Lovecraftian winged tentacle clawed... I don't know. It's very strange. Very, very strange. Out of all the Glios stuff he sent me, this is probably the most odd. Because it just... there's just no sense to make of it. Moving on from that, though. Next bag here, which has a couple of little fellas in it. Got this alien dude in a mech, or just armor. And then we got this guy, which these are probably my least favorite Glios guys, just because the arms are so congested. They can't swing out at all, but they're still cool. It's just they seem a bit compressed. There's some extra bits in there, but I don't want to waste too much time looking at each individual piece. Debating on making a video on the battle tribes he sent me, because he has hooked up quite a few battle tribes, and I would love to get some more of those. And speaking of which, here we go. Got this Triceratops guy. Now this guy is clear. Pretty awesome. He came with a bunch of extra parts. He's like a clear blue one. Then we have a yellow one. Now he's sent me like 3 of these yellow dudes. So I'd like to get some extra heads and stuff to make different characters maybe, but that's pretty cool still. And I think there was a green one. There's one more unique looking one in here. There he is. We got this kind of greenish one. I think it's green. There you go. But yeah, he sent me a lot of battle tribes. I love these little dudes. I'd love to get more of these, but I don't really have the budget to be throwing at them, so you know, it is what it is. I'll take what I can get though. I really like this clear one. Looks like candy. Don't put it in your mouth. Let's see, move the bag out of the way here. Hopefully I don't muffle a microphone with all these bags. We'll save that for last. Here's another one. Some extra bits. Got this alien dude. He's actually got like a spread out hand. He's pretty cool looking. Again, not my favorite because the arms are a little bit compressed. I would prefer if these were out a little more, but as it is, still cool. I dig him. And I think that's the only figure in here. All these other things are just extra bits. And now the piece de resistance, my 2 favorites out of this box. I do believe that is all the Glios stuff. You sent me, let me double check. Yep, that's everything. And 2 more battle tribes. These are from the Winged Wave. They packed wings with all the figures. And he sent me probably one of my favorites. Well, he is my favorite at this current time. The demon guy with the skull shield and the big old sword. He came with a mace and stuff too. I can't thank him enough for this. This was one of my, I guess you want to call it grails for this line. Because I absolutely love the way this guy looks. He is awesome. He looks like the dude from Diablo. I really freaking like him. And then we also have Man-Bat's offspring. Make sure it's sitting over there. Who has this big old sword and this big old axe. Now, for a second, I thought this was the Goliath figure. I was like, what? And it's not. So, don't get your hopes up. But it's still awesome nonetheless. I really like these 2. And I really like the Cthulhu he sent me last time. So these 2 are no exception. Kind of wish I had the extra parts for that Cthulhu guy. I don't know if he's got those kicking around or what. But there's pterodactyl head. I would love to have it in green. Because I have it in both this kind of beige-ish tan color, and I have it in the red from the other guy. Here it is. See that? So I would like to have it in that green because that would really pop, but it is what it is. I'm happy to have what I got, but I'm not opposed to any more. So, you know, anyone wants to hook up some Glios stuff they ain't using, let me know. We'll talk, because I like this stuff quite a bit. So with that being said, let me get him back here for the last hurrah, because this figure is awesome. Well, statue, I should say. It doesn't have any articulation, but Clawful here is easily my favorite thing out of this box. Even though he is a static piece, it's a grail of mine that I've wanted for a while, and even though he's not complete, I'll take it. Because it beats paying the astronomical prices I want for him online. So, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed today's edition of What's in the Box. If you're so inclined, please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know whenever I upload more content to the channel. While you're at it, why don't you go hit up my good buddy Evil Villain over on Instagram. Again, link will be in the description below. Head on over there, give him a follow, let him know I sent you. While you're at it, if you haven't already, hit me up on Instagram at Overlord Productions. But as always, comment civil. The world sucks enough as it is. I don't really have a quirky line this time, but let's just say the world sucks enough as it is, especially when your buddy gets you into stuff you had no business getting into. Thanks a lot. Jokes aside, I really appreciate everything in the box, man. You rock. And until next time, catch you guys later.